All right, today's lesson, the learning targets are: I can identify odd, even, prime, and composite numbers. I can create a rectangular array to represent any given number, and I can use a counterexample to justify the label of a number. Here are some definitions to help you with these terms. An even number is a number that can be divided by 2 with no remainder. So for example, 10 can be divided by 2. We know that it's 5. 16 can be divided by 2. We know that it's 8. There's no remainder. It's just a simple number. An odd number is a number that has a remainder when divided by 2. So if I divide 5 divided by 2, I get 2.5 or 2.5. So that has a remainder. A prime number is a number that has exactly 2 factors, 2 numbers that you multiply to get to that number, and it's only one and itself. For example, 11 is a prime number. You can only multiply 1 times 11. There are no other ways to get to 11. And it only has one rectangular array, which would be 1 times 11. A composite number is a number with more than 2 factors, more than 2 numbers that you can multiply to get to that number. It can be arranged into more than one rectangular array. For example, 8 is a composite number. I can multiply 1 times 8 to get to 8. I can multiply 2 times 4 to get to 8. 24 is a composite number. I can multiply 1 times 24. I can multiply 2 times 12. I can multiply 4 times 6. And I can multiply 3 times 8. Those are all factors. There are multiple ways to get to that number. What you're going to do for the next 3 slides is you're going to look at the rectangular arrays on those slides. So here's the first one. We see one rectangular array right here and one over to the right. You're going to answer these 3 questions. What number is represented in these 2 arrays? So you have to count the pennies, or you can multiply the area, which is the 2 sides, length times width, to find out how many pennies are in each rectangular array. It's going to be the same for both. Is the number odd or even? Okay, and is the number prime or composite? Remember, prime, it only works with one rectangular array. A composite number works with 2 or more rectangular arrays. There are multiple ways to get to that number. And you'll do the same thing for each slide. What number is represented? Is this odd or even? And is this number prime or composite? And there are 3 slides.